Hey everybody, I am Christy and I am back here in the Ramsey Ranch Kitchen, and I just wanted to welcome you into our home. Today I'm making a double header. It's lunchtime. We're making a little lunch and a little snack for later. I'm going to make a butterscotch banana snack cake or muffin, you could call it either thing, and a corned beef Reuben braid. And I'm going to be making them both in the Pampered Chef Deluxe oven and air fryer. We're going to make the Reuben in here. We're going to make the muffins in here. We're going to do it all together and they're going to get done at the same time. I hope that you'll come along with us.
Oh, it's a simple living in the hills of Tennessee. But Brooks and Christy say that's the life for me.
Okay, so we're actually going to start with the snack cakes first. This is a recipe that I came up with yesterday and said I need to share this with my Ramsey Ranch Kitchen family. This is going to make only 6. This is the small oven brownie pan. Most everything I'm using today is going to be a Pampered Chef product. I am going to put the links down in the description and you can see them there. I will describe them a little bit, but almost everything you see here is Pampered Chef with the exception of my Danish dough whisk and these little ramekins. So everything else is Pampered Chef. So if you see something that I'm using and you want to know more about it, you can leave a comment in the comment section down below and I can answer that and be happy to tell you more about it. But we're only 2 people, so 6 is plenty. So this is a small recipe. You could double it and make 12 or put it in a cupcake or muffin pan. So the first thing I need to do, and this is our largest silicone prep bowl, is I've got a heaping 1/4 cup of butterscotch chips. Just regular butterscotch chips and 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna go throw that in the microwave on the melt setting on our microwave and get that melted, and then we'll get back with the rest of the recipe. Okay, in our bowl I'm going to put 1 egg, courtesy of the Country Cluckers out back. And I'm going to use the Danish dough whisk just to whisk it up a little bit. And I've got 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. Whisk that in. And about 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. This is our adjustable measuring spoon. This is the teaspoon size, and it is a great little tool. Don't need a whole lot of vanilla because it's not a very large recipe. And that was the end of my vanilla my sister bought me. So our butter and chocolate chips are melted. I'm just going to take my scraper here and mix them up. You can see it's just butter and butterscotch. Oh, I could probably just eat that and be very happy. Okay, in with the sugar and the vanilla and the egg, I'm going to put a very, very, very ripe small, it's a smallish, medium-ish banana, but it's plenty sweet. I'm going to use my mix and masher here to mash my banana up real good. It's good for more than meat, y'all. This will chop your meat and it will mash your banana. All right, so now we have what looks like a little bit of a soupy mixture here. I've got 3/4 cup of self-rising flour. And I'm going to use my Danish dough whisk. It is on Amazon, in our Amazon shop, the link's below. I have a lot of people ask me about the Danish dough whisk. just gonna mix this stuff together here as I make a mess. It's okay. We're doing real life here. But you know what? It's a good life. God is good. Alright, so this is probably a little bit thicker than a pancake batter. And I have let this cool off, the butterscotch and butter mixture, just a little bit. I'm going to stir it up just a little bit so it cools off a little bit more. And then I'm just going to dump it in. Oh, it smells so good. I just kind of come up with this on the fly yesterday, and it's exactly enough for 6 nice size snack cakes. All right. Use my scraper to get all the goodness out. We do not want to leave any of that behind. I love the silicone prep bowls because they are heat safe up to 400 degrees, and I can actually even put them in the oven, freezer, refrigerator, and it comes with 3 sizes. I use it for many things. Okay. I think I got it all. All right, mix it all in. That sure does look scutterbotchy. I mean butterscotchy. My mother used to say scutterbotch. It smells so good. So we have almost the pancake batter consistency. And I've got my large scoop here, which I believe is about 3 tablespoons. I'm just gonna take 1 in each well. And you do not need to oil these small baking pans and accessories for the air fryer and oven. It is super duper nonstick. And you know what? Nope, I haven't preheated the oven yet because it goes very fast. And while this is all cooking, I am actually going to talk to you more about the air fryer and oven so that you can understand a bit more about it and its functions and how it works. Okay. So we've got just a tad bit left on. So I'm just going to take maybe a teaspoon of the extra and put it on top of each of the 6. I just don't even have enough to do that. We're going to try and scrape that bowl. All right, so it has filled all 6, about 3/4 of the way to the top. We're actually going to go ahead, and I've got some beautiful whole walnuts that have been shelled, and place 1 on top of each. I saved aside an extra couple tablespoons of the butterscotch chips to sprinkle on top. And again, if you don't have a brownie pan, you can sure use a regular muffin pan. It would work just fine in your oven. These are ready to go in the oven, but we're not going to put them in the oven just yet because I want to show you how we use the sync feature to cook 2 different things at different temperatures and how they come out together at the same time. All right, I'm ready to start our Reuben Braid. As you saw, those muffins came together very quickly. They probably would come together even more quickly if I weren't talking, but I can't explain it to you if I don't talk, can I? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on our Deluxe air fryer and oven. It says, let's get cooking. Yes. I'm gonna use the sync finish. And for the top oven, which is where the Reuben Braid is gonna bake, I'm going to do Oh, it's telling me to do the bottom oven first. So we're gonna go custom 350 degree, actually we're gonna go 325 degrees on these. And then we're gonna do 10 minutes. Now it's telling me to program the top part. I'm gonna use the stone bake. Now the stone bake, we're actually gonna bake this Reuben on a square pizza stone that was made especially for this oven, and it's great for your pizzas and your cinnamon rolls, and of course things like the Reuben Bake Hot Pockets, anything you'd want to bake on a stone. So we're actually going to preheat the stone here in the top part. Now this is also considered your toaster. You toast your bagels, your toast. You can crisp up pizza in there, make your pizzas in there. But we're going to stone bake this. So I'm saying stone bake, 425 for 10 minutes. And right now, it's preheating the top. It's going to preheat that stone to get it nice and hot for the Reuben Braid. And then it's preheating the oven for the Butterscotch Banana Muffins. Or snack cakes, whatever you want to call it. So this recipe actually calls for a can of the crescent roll crescent roll dough. Was parking. Oh, there it went. Okay. So a little fun fact about the braids. Doris Christopher, the Pampered chef founder, over 45 or something years ago, the first thing she ever made at one of the home cooking shows was a braid recipe. So that's kind of fun that they're still making braids out of different ingredients today. Okay, so I am supposed to, I don't know if this can of crescent rolls is going to allow me to do this very well, but I basically have to press this together into one large sheet. So I'm going to put you on a time lapse while I press this together into one piece.
Oh, it's a simple living in the hills of Tennessee. But Brooks and Christy say that's the life for me. Oh, it's a simple living in the hills of Tennessee.
Okay, I think I have that pretty well pressed together. If it falls apart when we're getting ready to bake it, we will know that I didn't do a good job, but I think we're good. So basically it's an almost, I don't know, it's probably 8 by 13 or 14 inch sheet of dough. So I've got some leftover corned beef from when we did St. Patty's Day, and I've got some Thousand Island dressing. So I'm actually going to go ahead and spread a little bit of that Thousand Island dressing along the bottom. Gotta have all that, a little bit of sweetness to go with the tang of the sauerkraut. Yes, there is sauerkraut. Alright, so I'm going to take some of this corned beef and just layer it down in there. I'm probably going to just, there's a little piece of fat on that one, so. You can also use deli corned beef or budded corned beef. Whatever kind of corned beef you can get your hands on, that will work. But we have the fresh stuff that I made. So that's what we're using. Now you hear the oven, it can be a little bit loud. It's got a wonderful, powerful fan on the inside. and that is what makes everything cook so evenly. Alright, I think that is plenty of corned beef there. Okay, I've got our corned beef in there, and now I have some drained sauerkraut. I rinsed it and drained it, and I kind of toweled off the top with a paper towel just so it's not soggy and it doesn't make our braid soggy. Recipe calls for half a cup. I'm sure you can eyeball it. I think that's plenty. And then we've got some Swiss cheese. You could use provolone. You could even use cheddar. Just layering that on the top. We'll go with 4 slices. Ooh, that looks good. The instructions say to cut 8 slits along each side. Okay, so now comes the fun part. And I'm going to go ahead and bring you in a little bit closer so you can see how I do the braid. Doesn't that look yummy? So just like a braid, we're going to crisscross and pinch. Alright, so it's telling me I can add our food whenever I'm ready. Crisscross and pinch. Crisscross and pinch. Crisscross and pinch. We lost part of our, gotta pinch that one back together. Crisscross and pinch. And fold out, fold up the ends. I have a little egg here. Just gonna lightly brush. And I've got some everything bagel seasoning. Pampered Chef has their own blend of this, and it's fabulous. Okay. Now for the fun part. I have the Pampered Chef pizza peel here. It is a stainless steel pizza peel with a removable handle. Both of my sections are telling me that I can add my food. I'm going to dust this with cornmeal so that hopefully it will slide off into the top oven perfectly. Pick it up just like that. Alright, I'm going to move the camera so you can see if I do this really well or I fail. Alright, so here's my top oven. It says I can add my food. I'm going to put on my oven glove here. They are fabulous, the oven gloves. Pull this out. Oh, and it goes. It's not going very well, but we'll get it there. You can hear the sizzle. There we go. Okay, I had to help it a little bit. Okay, so that's on. That's in. Quickly, I'm going to add our snack cakes into the bottom, and there we go. They are both cooking. While that's cooking, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the air fryer. So I did describe how the top oven has some functions and the bottom oven has others. This is what you would use for your bagels, toast, pizza. You can also bake and broil and reheat in the top oven. And then the bottom oven, it has a dehydrator, heat and crisp, which is a great setting for like reheating pizza. I actually reheated some pizza yesterday and it worked out really well. You got to keep warm, so if you just want to keep something warm. You've got the air fryer, of course, a convection bake, and a roast. So it is so versatile, and I've been putting it through its paces, and it has really, really, really impressed me so far. So let's come back in 10 minutes and see where we are.
Oh, it's simple living in the hills of Tennessee. But Brooks and Christy say that's the life for me.
Righty, it says our food is ready. I'm excited to see. Ooh, that looks good. I think it is ready. Oh wow, look. Oh, that's great. Alright, so now we're going to use the pizza peel to get it off of there. Oh, look guys, that is so pretty. Look at that. Oh, fabulous. Alright, let that cool off before we wash it off. Let's see about our muffins, snack cakes, whatever you want to call it. Look good and done to me. Put the glove on a little tighter. Look at those. You know, they're perfect. Both of them done at the exact same time. That is amazing. I'm pretty brave to do this without having tried it before on camera for the first time. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get these plated up and we will do a taste test. Look at that finished Reuben braid. And it doesn't even matter that I messed up the braiding. It still looks beautiful. And it smells amazing too. And here are our finished butterscotch banana snack cakes. I just tell you how excited I am about how wonderful both of these look, and I made them at different temperatures in the same oven. That's crazy. And they came out at the same time and they're both done perfectly. I'm amazed. I am so in love with this air fryer, and wow. I will say that if you host a party and you earn an air fryer for 60% off in March, or it is available to regular customers starting in April, or also if you host a show, host a virtual party, you can get it for 60% off, which is $139, around $139, which is an incredible price for an air fryer with that kind of power. I'm impressed. I am so impressed. I am If there was a gold fork for the air fryer, I would be twirling it. Those of you who watch Smoky Mountain Faith Food and Fun understand the gold fork reference. But I'm going to go ahead and try this because it looks and smells fabulous. First of all, look at the inside. Oh, gosh. It smells so good too. Oh, I'm going to try it without a dunk first. I did make a side of Thousand Island dressing. Oh my goodness. It doesn't need the side, but it's so good. It's so good. Why did I not make two of these? Wow. And look how beautifully the stone baked the bottom of that. That's amazing. Truly, truly amazing. The sprinkle of the everything bagel seasoning on the top just ties it and gives it an extra bit of just umami yumminess. Oh, that is a keeping recipe right there. All right, so here are our snack cakes. And they are actually still quite warm. And you can see how moist and ooey gooey. They're not ooey gooey, they're just moist. We don't want them to be ooey gooey. Oh, but you do see a little bit of the butterscotch chip there that's a little ooey gooey. All right. Wow. Oh, feels so good. In my best Steve Urkel voice, did I do that? Literally made up that recipe on the fly while I was thinking about something to make with some bananas that were really about to go bad. And I was like, oh wow, those are really good, and they really are good. They might even be better today because I added just a tablespoon more butter than I did yesterday. Yo. One more bite, just one more bite before I close you out. Another winner. Winner, winner. Yum. I definitely love my air fryer and oven from Pampered Chef. It just came out March 1st. Mine just came a few days ago, and I've been working with it and trying all the functions. I definitely want to try something in the dehydrator soon. You can make this in your regular oven if you don't have an air fryer or a Pampered Chef air fryer. You could certainly make it in the regular oven. I will have the recipe below for both of these. But I thank everybody for joining us here on the Ramsey Ranch and for your support of our channel and of my small Pampered Chef business. It helps us to bring in a few extra dollars here and there. I get an incredible amount of products for free or very discounted for doing this, and I've had it in my kitchen for my whole adult life. And Pampered Chef to me is just, it's a standard and a staple. And I just truly love everything from them, and the company itself just is so fabulous. But if you liked this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the Ramsey Ranch Kitchen, guys. We're almost at 1,000. I am so excited about that. Don't forget about our April 5th through 12th collaboration with the 7 other fabulous channels that is coming up. I'm getting really excited about filming our episode, and that is going to be something that will bring you back to the Smoky Mountains and this region from days gone by. But we thank you. Ring that bell, the dingy, ringy, ringy, dingy bell, as my husband Brooke says, that notifies you when we post new content. And until next time, get you in the kitchen and make you up something good. Maybe even make you up a Reuben braid. So good.